Hello! Welcome to week 3 of the AdmiralFighters collab channel. This week we're talking about literature, which as an English major, of course, I'm very excited about. Oh, I only have 2 minutes? 2 minutes to talk about books? Right, so, 2-minute recommendation of a series that I think is severely underrated. It's the Dresden Files series by Jim Butcher. This is actually the 7th book, but the other books are in this bin behind me that my lamp is sitting on, and to get to them I would have to move a bunch of crap that I don't feel like moving, and it would be really tedious. So anyway, yeah, this is the 7th book. I think the first book's called Stormfront. It's really, really good. So I will tell you about the premise. So let's start out with the fact that Harry Dresden, the main character, is a wizard. Yes, you're a wizard, Harry. But he's not just a wizard. He's also a detective. He's a wizard detective. You don't see that every day. The books take place basically in Chicago. Magic exists in it. There's werewolves, vampires, ghouls, fairies. Harry is only one of the few people that is aware of the magical elements of the world. He works along with the police department, with a special department that handle supernatural cases. They try to keep them under wraps so that the public doesn't freak out. And, a major premise of the books is that people don't want to believe in supernatural. If they see something they think is strange, they're going to kind of suppress it and rationalize it because it's not something that fits into their worldview. Now, what I think is one of the greatest things about these books is the sense of humor it has. It's extremely sarcastic. It has lots of geeky references from all kinds of things. The author, Jim Butcher, is this mega nerd. He actually spends some of his weekends and free time LARPing. Yeah, so it's a really great series if you're a nerd in general, because you'll get a lot of the references, and it makes me crack up like every couple of pages. It's fantastic. It's not just, it's a detective novel, it's all serious all the time. It has some gritty realism, but it's also hilarious. So yeah, I highly recommend this series. I wish I had more time to explain it and talk about why I love it. It's at most libraries, or you can pick up the first book, and I don't think you'll regret it. So yeah, take it away, Jenna.
First things first, I want to say that the Doctor Who videos last week were really, really great. I learned a lot about Doctor Who, and actually, it's probably only a matter of time now before I go out and buy the first season with Christopher Eccleston, so thanks a lot for that, guys. So it's Literature Week this week, and we are here to talk about books, recommend books, talk about books we like, books, blah, blah, blah. But we've decided not to talk about Harry Potter or John Green just because they are kind of topics that deserve their own weeks. So we're going to talk about other books that maybe you might not have heard of, or maybe you might not have thought would be good, but are actually kind of awesome, which is what happened to me when I read this book. Now, I really didn't think that Watchmen would be that good. I thought it would be like a comic book. I don't know. I hadn't really heard anything about it really. From a couple of my friends, they'd read it, but I was just like, nah, I don't want to read it. So then I was sitting in my grade 11 English class, and we had to pick a book for our literature circles. And one thing that the district was pushing at that time, like really heavily, was graphic novels. So one of the books that the district recommended for students to read was this book, Watchmen by Alan Moore, illustrated by Dave Gibbons. And so I was like, you know what? Why not? Might as well. So me and a couple of friends did it for our literature circle, and it is an amazing book. It is so good. It's about an alternate 1985 America where Richard Nixon is still president, and the threat from the Cold War is like way worse than it actually was. And there is a man, and his name is Dr. Manhattan, and he can like pretty much control like everything. If he wants something to happen, it just happens. So basically it's about Dr. Manhattan, and there's this other group of vigilantes that work with him, and they just kind of, protect the people, pretty much. It's like a superhero story in that sense, but the artwork in it is really, really good, and there's like little stories that go along with it, and it's really, really a great book. I didn't think it would be good, but it's phenomenal. I highly recommend it to anyone, really. You don't even have to like comic books or graphic novels to enjoy this book. It's really good. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I can't wait to see what other books you guys are going to talk about this week. As always, I love you all, and DFTBA.